I'm here with Michael Herklots of Ferio Tego Cigars, and we're going to talk about what he's got that's new. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Almost as good as you're looking.
All right, good man. What's new? So, I mean, first things first, the reality is everything in this booth is new. We're 9 months in business. We officially got in market in October, so this is the first trade show for Ferio Tego where we have full portfolio of products. So I'd be remiss if I didn't say that everything in the booth is new to market now, but we've got some highlights. The Ferio Tego flagship, Elegancia and Generoso, this is our second release, the 2022. We released the 2021 in October as our inaugural release. So 2022 started shipping last week. 2 blends, one made in Dominican, the Elegancia, one made in Nicaragua, the Generoso, both packed in travel humidors of 10 cigars. So they're really, really beautiful presentation. This year's release is offered at $220 for the travel humidor of 10. The Elegancia is very, very creamy and graceful. The Generoso is a bit more savory and decadent, but both are really incredible blends. The 2021 got great reviews, and so we expect the same for 2022. Can we move over to the next thing?
Elegancia is a great name for such a regal-looking band.
Yeah, well, I tried to find words that evoke the experience, and so Elegancia really is an incredibly elegant, opulent blend. And the Generoso is just so rich and generous in its flavor, but I will say that both really have this very unique, creamy body that is, in my opinion, is a rather difficult thing to achieve and certainly a unique thing to offer within the premium cigar world.
Most often I hear a lot of companies like to use the word creamy because that's what most smokers really want, and half the time they're just lying.
Well, I think the important thing about words like silky and creamy and velvety and those is it's not a flavor, in my opinion. It's not a flavor, it's a texture and it's a mouthfeel, and it speaks to weight of smoke on the palate. So I think of creamy not in a flavor perspective, but really from a body perspective. And so both of those are very full in body, despite the fact that they are very different in their sort of flavor structures.
That is the best explanation I've ever heard of the word creamy in the cigar industry.
Good. So this year, 2022, is the 10th anniversary of the Timeless Collection being released. We released that in 2012, of course, Nat Sherman International at the time. And so to celebrate that, we've done a commemorative release, one size, one blend, 5 3/4 by 54, made in Dominican. It's a Dominican wrapper, Dominican binder, Dominican and Nicaragua filler. Like I said, one size, one blend. They'll be offered at $18.50 per cigar before taxes, but it's just a complex, full, rich blend. It's a blend that we've never offered before, so it's a completely new offering, and we're really excited to celebrate 10 years of Timeless, especially now that Timeless is part of the Ferio Tego portfolio. Of course, we've got our 9 core blends, 4 in the Timeless collection, 5 in the Metropolitan selection. All of them are as good as the last one you had and as good as the first one you had. And that kind of consistency to not just quality, but experience is the bedrock of our philosophy as a company. And so we're excited about the future. It's going to be great.
I have to ask you a question about the quality of your tobacco. You're at the higher price points. How do you select the tobaccos that go in your cigars?
Well, we're really fortunate that we work with incredible manufacturing partners. So in the Dominican Republic, we work with the Quesada family. In Nicaragua, we work with the Plasencia family. And in Honduras, we work with Davidoff's Camacho factory. And, you know, those are 3 very unique organizations and companies, but who really share the unwavering and relentless commitment to excellence that we do. And so how do you keep things consistently excellent? You need to have great partners. Those partners need to share your philosophy, and they also have to be willing to invest in the things that matter most, which is inventory on hand of materials and also investing in the time for all the processes that tobacco has to go through to be excellent. The most expensive part of making a cigar is just time, from raw material to cash. And if you're not willing to invest in time, that's ultimately profoundly transparent when you light it and you smoke it. So we're very fortunate to have those manufacturing partners who believe in what we're doing. We have a very similar and shared philosophy, and all three of them are fully committed to getting Ferio Tego in market and to preserving these great experiences.
All right, and one more question for you. Back in January, we were experiencing the highest demand the cigar industry has ever seen. How is the industry outlook for you today?
I think it's incredible. Volumes will ebb and flow, but if you look at any boom that the premium cigar industry has experienced, it has always evened out at a level that is higher in volume than it was when it began. But more importantly, I think the industry learns. And if you look at this most recent boom, the response by the industry to that boom was a very disciplined response. There were stockouts because companies of great merit, companies were unwilling to rush or to produce an inferior product because we learned from the 90s when that mistake was made in the past. And so I think we have a much more sophisticated industry that understands things can ebb and flow. We also have a more sophisticated consumer base that understands and admires the fact that in these moments, companies are not reducing their quality just to pump out product. That quality remains at the forefront for most of the companies, maybe not all. But if we're really talking about outlook, we can't not recognize what just happened with the FDA, and that real clarification of how we will go forward as an industry is something we've lacked since 2016. We've had no real playbook. We've never known what's coming around the corner. What just happened with Judge Mehta's ruling has given us some real clarity on how to move forward as an industry and put together real 3-year, 5-year, 7-year strategies. We've never had the benefit of 3-year, 5-year, 7-year outlook because something has always radically changed out of nowhere. It looks like with this ruling that we now have the ability to get very strategic and think very thoughtfully about how to build and grow our businesses, not just Ferio Tego, but my peers on the floor. And so if that is truly the case, then I think premium cigar outlook is nothing but rainbows and butterflies.
Fantastic answer. Thank you so much, Michael. It has been an absolute honor.
Thank you. Thanks.